priest, are you the man that was nailing the large paper on the castle door?
Yes, I am. I'm Dr. Martin Luther. I was nailing my 95 theses on the church door for those who are educated to read. I hope to get some teachers and some local politicians to help get this word out who cannot read and write and who tend to believe anything that they hear, especially some of this superstitious hogwash going around.
But why are you doing this? And what is a thesis?
Oh, it's a list of what I think is essential to the faith. Of course, there are several things on my list that aren't some of the questionable practices that are going on in the church.
So, aren't you a monk or a teacher over there at Wittenberg University?
Yes, I'm a monk, a teacher, and a priest. But you see, I have a problem with some of the church's practices, but not with the church as a whole. I'm hoping that my thesis will form a discussion group around which church leaders and folks from the congregation discuss together. I have a particular problem. One issue, the selling of indulgences.
What are indulgences?
I'm glad you asked. An indulgence is a special letter from the Pope himself, stating that the person named on the document gets time off from purgatory and can go to heaven sooner. These are usually bought for your loved ones. For some time now, the church has been saying that indulgences are okay because they have been using the sale of the indulgences to finance the huge construction project going on down in Rome. The construction of the St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel.
So I heard about this man that the Pope sent, and his name is Johann Tetzel, and he's been down by the meat market, and I think I heard that the sale for indulgences were 3 out of 7 for $500, but we don't know much about this man, Johann. He isn't from around.
Oh, I've heard of Tetzel. He's a Dominican friar and a preacher and the Grand Commissioner for Indulgences in Germany. Some of the money is headed for the building projects in Rome, but actually half of the money is going to that blockhead Archbishop Albert to pay for the personal debts that he accrued when he bought the archbishopric. He goes so far as to sing about it, saying, "When coins are in the coffer ring, souls up to heaven spring."
So what's so wrong with selling them?
First off, they cost money that people like you can scarcely afford. Major indulgence can cost up to a year's salary. Secondly, Tetzel preys on the weak and uneducated. Third, indulgences are being bought by people who buy them for sins that they are planning.
I was thinking of doing this myself, but it just doesn't sound right. And you're right. None of us can afford to pay for those 7 deadly sins. We don't have the money.
This is certainly not what God had in mind for us through Jesus Christ. In fact, Jesus says that continuing God's Word, the Word made flesh, will make one free, not some nonsense written on a piece of paper.
But what about those big sins?
Well, sin is sin when you cut right down to it. God does not rank them in order.
Oh, well, you know, I've done some real humdingers, and, you know, would it count for drinking or even some little lies?
I think that God can and does, without paying a sin, just get down on your knees, confess your sin, and pray to God for help during these moments of temptation, knowing that the truth about yourself and God will truly set you free with the freedom that money cannot buy. Well, fine sir, I must go on. I have started translating the New Testament in German, And someone has told me about this fella named Wittenberg. And he's come up with some type of device that copies papers and makes things that they call them books. I need to look him up. He could be a real help to me in getting the word about God's love out to the people. Have a fine day.
You too, sir, Reverend, Doctor, sir.